Are you getting scared yet? It's kind of a joke, but it's kind of not a joke because everyone is losing obscene amounts of money, and that's a bummer. It's scary, right? If you look at the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, everyone has got extreme fear. Well, usually when this thing is pegged, it is meaning it's a good time to start purchasing because smart money wants to purchase. Yes, smart money ends up liquidating, selling some of their assets that create a panic selling moment so that they can pick stuff up at a lower price. That's just how things are played. If you've been following me, I've always been a huge advocate of, hey, you do not purchase stuff at this level. Yeah, you can kind of trend trade, and trading is very differently than investing, but you want to follow the trend when you are trading because you'll make money. But investing goes, yeah, you could kind of dollar cost average into some of this stuff, but it's FOMO investing is what it is. It's very different than trading. Trading is you're looking at technicals, you're looking at fundamentals, but mainly technicals, and you're wanting to buy a position low and sell high. That's what trading is. Investing is completely different. You want to get a good entry level on fundamentals only, really. And you want to hold forever. You want to hold forever because then you can borrow money against your assets later on, and you can live off of your investments. If you follow me over on Instagram and Twitter, I was telling everybody that I was moving money to buy cryptocurrency, and my story is no longer available, but I moved 10 grand and I bought 10 grand worth of Bitcoin at 35,816 yesterday. And I want to start dollar cost averaging in to purchase a whole Bitcoin during this bear market. And then what's interesting is I'm also still in my trading account because, again, investing is different than trading. My investing account, I'm looking at purchasing more Bitcoin. In my trading account, I am shorting the market because I think we're still going lower. And I still have this one open. I haven't closed it. I have moved I've actually added to the position, because I started shorting right at 40,000, but I added to the position right around 38,000. It brought it down because one of the rules when it comes to trading is you never want to add to a losing position. You only add to a winning position because you have more information that you are right about this. And as soon as you add, then you move your stop to basically the entry level. So you're playing with house money. You are guaranteed to walk away with a little bit, if not just break even. And that's how I'm playing this right now. But I did tell you that I did buy Bitcoin right around these levels. And if I'm looking just technically, we can see that there is a trend, right? We've been going downwards. I've been the bearer of bad news, saying that we've been in a bear market ever since we broke the 200-day back here in basically Christmas time, which is scary. It sucks, right? Everyone wants to be moon boys and blah, 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 blah. But again, this is the time when you want to try to start dollar cost averaging in, be greedy on pretty much all your assets, whether it's stocks or crypto. When these things are down 50%, 70%, as long as they are good assets, it's fairly safe to start investing in these guys because they're down quite a bit. Like, look at Ethereum. Ethereum has actually been holding up pretty good. Its high was relatively $5,000, and we're like about half of that. Link, I think, is doing worse. 53, now it's at 10. It's at his like all-time low. Right? So these assets are something that you can start to try to pick up at rock bottom prices, because there's a saying that bad news in investing is actually incredibly good news because it means that you can buy assets at rock bottom prices. And if you've been following almost anyone in the space, everyone believes Bitcoin is going up. It's an asset that has continued to go up over time. Just over time, it has always gone up. It has always gone up. I guess I can show you. That logarithmic chart here, from 2010, boom. Bitcoin has gone up. It's hard to argue that it's going down. Right now, we're getting close to a bottom because stochastics is getting close to dropping down. This is one of the reasons why I think that crypto is still going to go down even further than where it's at right now. Just because every time crypto is bottomed underneath the Stochastics going as far as it's being oversold. Boom, we get a nice bounce. Boom, we get a nice bounce. Boom, we get a nice bounce. Right now we haven't had that yet, so we're not really ready for the bounce to happen yet. So I'm not really looking for the bottom to be in just yet. But I guess I will tell you that looking at this, we've got a hammer candle forming, which is a bullish candle, right? When you have a long wick and then solid top where it looks like a hammer, usually price ends up swinging upwards. But that's not always true. That's not always true. And so, again, I am still shorting the market, and we've got resistance or support, that is, at 35,000. We got the 35,000 here this morning, but we've been bouncing off of it. There is no volume whatsoever below that. So buyers are trying to keep that price from going any lower. If it goes any lower, then boom, we've got targets at 33,000 and 28,000. Right in here is where I'm wanting to accumulate Bitcoin, and where I feel like there's going to be that bounce where we start going upwards and start then eventually breaking this trend line here as well. And then that is a confirmation of, boom, now I can start going long on most of my trades. But as far as investing goes, I'm waiting to get down here. Yes, I did purchase some because I don't know, I can't see the future. I don't know if we're actually going to get that far down there. So I wanted to make sure that I purchased some Bitcoin at these levels just in case we get a giant bounce and we start going back to a bull market. I do think we're not going to be out of the bear market until the end of this year. The end of this year, bear markets usually last a year to a year and a half. Sometimes they've lasted as long as 3 years. And we're relatively, if I told you December, it would be December again for the bear market to be over with. So that is where I'm looking at. I am still looking at accumulating more Bitcoin, about 3/4 of a Bitcoin, 75% more of a Bitcoin down at these levels. I will start buying back in at 33,000. And if it ends up even going below this, and I'm going to keep a little bit more cash on hand just in case, worst case scenario. But I am not planning on selling any of my Bitcoin. The only thing I'm going to sell is part of my trades. And I will, if we break below the $35,000 mark, I will hold on to my trade. I'll take a little bit of profit. I'll probably take 50% profit on that trade there. If this candle closes here in 5 hours and we are not at least having a candle getting to a smaller wick here, then I will end up, again, taking profit as well and potentially start now scaling out because price is going to continue to go back up, and I don't want price to go completely to my break-even level and where I don't make any money off of that trade. I want to at least have some of the profits a little bit. But so I'm honestly, I'm praying for price to go down. Even though I purchased Bitcoin at these levels, usually you're like, hey, Johnny, you purchased Bitcoin. You want it to go up. Yeah, I do want it to go up, but that's a long-term investment for me. I think that 10 grand is going to turn into 100 grand over the coming years. Yes, it's years. Yes, and that's only a 10x, right? But it could make more than that, but that's just being conservative. But this is Johnny Crypto. I'm here to help you make some money. Leave a comment below. If you have any ideas or any other stocks or coins you want me to cover, I can look a little bit more into them, whether we want to talk about investing or if we want to talk about trading wise. I am currently writing a book on how to invest and in the crypto market, in the stock market, and it's going to go over a lot of different things. So look out for that. I'm about 2.5 chapters done with it, and I've got a course coming out on it as well if you don't want to read the book. But this is me digressing. I'm done. I hope you guys all have a good weekend, and I will probably post something over the weekend, but if not, you'll see me back Monday.